Advent doesn't begin with twinkling lights or cheerful songs. It begins with darkness. Advent invites us to stand with ancient Israel, tired and oppressed under Rome, longing for God to act. Advent tells the truth that the world is not as it should be, and neither are we. And yet into this honesty, God speaks a single word that changes everything: hope. This hope isn't wishful thinking. It's a deep biblical hope, the kind that Isaiah announced. He says, "The people walking in darkness have seen a great light." It's the hope of two Hebrew words, yakal and kava. This waiting intention, this longing, waiting in trust. See, Noah knew this hope as he waited inside the ark, unsure of what lay outside, until the dove returned with an olive leaf, a sign that God was doing something new. Isaiah knew this hope as he waited for the Lord who was hiding his face, trusting in God's character even when he couldn't feel his presence. The psalmist knew this hope as well. Psalm 130 waits for God's unfailing chesed, his steadfast love. Psalm 88 goes even further, giving us the raw cry of someone who feels abandoned in the darkness and yet is still praying, still hoping for the salvation of the Lord. And Jesus teaches us that even the grave is not outside God's reach. Our hope is grounded in a God who is not the God of the dead, but God of the living. Christian hope is resurrection hope. As N.T. Wright reminds us, the resurrection of Jesus is not the promise just for the future. It is the beginning of God's new creation now. We live in a world that groans, and yet we've been given new birth into a living hope through the resurrection of Jesus Christ. This hope renews our strength. Just as Isaiah promised, those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. So we wait, not with fear, but with confidence. We remember how God has acted before, returning the dove to Noah, speaking to Isaiah in the dark, forgiving the psalmist, renewing the weary. And we remember the greatest act of all, that God raised Jesus from the dead, the guarantee that he will make all things new. This is Advent hope, a hope that breathes, a hope that stands in the darkness, trusting that the light has come. A hope that holds us together as a church, even as we wait for the Lord's leading, knowing that he is forming us through the steps that we must take. And so we light the first candle, a visible sign that darkness does not get the last word. The light has come. The light is with us now, and the light is coming again as King of Kings, Lord of Lords, to make all things new. Have a great week, everyone.